The Patriots released a statement after that saying, "We understand and acknowledge that our video crew, which included independent contractors who shot the video, unknowingly violated a league policy by filming the field and sideline from the press box. When questioned, the crew immediately turned over all footage to the league and cooperated fully. The production crew is independent of our football operation. We accept full responsibility for the actions of our production crew at the Browns-Bengals game." Again, I'll repeat, the Patriots play the Bengals this weekend. Dan Graziano, NFL insider, has been working this story for us from the moment that it broke. Let's start trying to fill in some of the holes for the fans who are trying to make up their minds what to think about all of this, Dan. Where do we begin?
Well, I think you begin with the idea that the Patriots do not they want to make sure that the people don't think they were doing anything nefarious here. The history is what the history is. 12 years ago, they were punished for videotaping the Jets sideline, and because of that history, I think people jump to conclusions. And maybe they should, but at this point, the Patriots are saying that they shouldn't, that this was innocent, that they were putting together something for their web series, and that part of the sideline may have inadvertently been filmed. The reason that matters is the league has strict rules about videotaping opponents' sidelines because they don't want teams to be able to go through and say, oh, this is the signal they use for this particular play. This is the mechanism they use for communicating these kinds of plays to and from, so they can use the videotape and figure out ways to divine what the other team is doing, what they might be calling. So I think it's important for people to understand that. If the league finds that that's what's on the tape, then they could come down hard on the Patriots. But if the league finds that the Patriots are telling the truth and saying, look, we were trying to do a feature on our advanced scout, some stuff got shot in the background, we weren't going to use it for anything, then I think whatever punishment happens might be minimal. But I would think the league probably has to do something because it would need to make a point about video technology and how they do and don't want it used.
So to be clear, what is actually on the tape will play a huge role in all of this, and let's make sure this is clear for the audience. The NFL has all the pertinent tape that they might want to. Whatever it is that was shot, the NFL has it?
That's my understanding, and the Patriots said that in their statement that they turned it all out. What happened is the Bengals saw somebody in Patriots gear with a video camera and shooting toward the field, and they called NFL security over. There's an NFL security rep at every game. They called NFL security over and said, you need to get this tape, this footage, and the Patriots turned that all over, and now the league has copies of what they need, yes.
And so what do we best know about the possibility of a timetable here? What happens next, and how quickly do we expect it to happen?
Well, it doesn't, based on what we know, it seems like the league would have all it needs to look and figure out what needs to be done here. I wouldn't be surprised if something happened in the next couple of days, whether it is the league coming out and saying, no harm, no foul, this is a big nothing, move on, or whether it's a league coming out and saying, hey, we don't think they were trying to do anything, but they still did something that's against the rules, so here's a fine, for example, as a possible punishment for that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was a result. I don't think the NFL wants this hanging over any part of the remaining season or even this Sunday's Patriots-Bengals game in Cincinnati.
All right, Dan, as you continue to find more, obviously, we'll stay close to you. Thank you very much for that. And quickly, let me just bring it here. Dan, the conversation we had at our meeting this morning was about the phrase confirmation bias.
Yeah, I mean, I think that with this situation, no matter what the league says, if you were part of the group that has for a while believed the Patriots were cheaters and whatnot, this only gives you more fuel to your fire. And then there's a group who doesn't buy into it, who doesn't think there's anything to it, and you're going to overlook this as well. I don't think anything that the league will come up with will change. There's two groups. You either believe that their history, or you overlooked it in the past and don't really care about it, and I don't think this is going to sway that.
All right, this doesn't seem the time to speculate on any of this. As Dan just told you, the league will do its investigation. What's on the tape will be what's on the tape, and that will determine where it goes from here. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, highlights, and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.